Hey guys! What this guy's welcome back to Crossout, and what this guy's trying to do is
Do you understand? Alright, now I'm just gonna be spouting fucking JoJo English the whole fucking episode. I hope you're happy.
oh my god!
Goodbye, brother.
Oh look, it's a baseball.
Yeah, I'm pulling out part 1 shit right now.
Oh, it's a baseball.
What? No, it's... Oh, that's a baseball.
Jesus. Oh god.
That one's double funny because it's going for like the old Atari like digitized voice, like not Atari, the old NES digitized voice shit.
Oh god.
But they're doing it with English. That's what they were going for.
Oh lord.
Which makes sense because JoJo's set in the 80s, so you know games would be like that. But they don't show the game like that. They show it in like a realistic style with the stands playing baseball, which is kind of awesome. Because that whole arc where that's from is like he's basically fighting a dude in a video game. Because the dude has a stand that where you challenge him to any contest, and if he loses. If you lose, and that can mean just accepting defeat in your heart, like you know you're going to lose, so you give up mentally. Like he will steal your soul.
Oh
and
god.
He has a brother who does the same thing with a poker game earlier in the series. He has a younger brother who does that with a poker game. That might have been his older brother. No, that was the older brother. The older brother was the poker one. The younger one was the video game. He challenges JoJo to a bunch of video games, and one of them is, oh, that's baseball.
Oh my lord.
Yahoo! Red Dragon!
Oh lord.
And it's like double hilarious. Like they're trying to do the old school like NES game shit, like where NES games would try to do voices. And get
oh my
shit
god.
like that where it's all garbled.
Oh my god.
But because it's a Japanese show trying to say American words, it turns into English and it's hilarious.
Oh lord.
I'm trying to think of some good English from part 4 because I know there is. Now, honestly, the best English is in the manga and in the Dwang translations, which is basically JoJo, for a lot of reasons, one that's pretty obvious, had a hard time getting translated over here for a while. I mean, I don't know, it's not like 90% of the characters are named after American bands that would sue their asses off or anything. Like even in the newer JoJo shit that did get over here, they had to change all the names. But so it took forever to get over here, so there was very few American translations that found a part 4. Part 3 had one for a while. Part 3 did get one because that was the most popular. So, like, up until the newer anime came out in 2012, like the modern JoJo anime came out, pretty much everything JoJo we got over here translated officially was Part 3 related. So, Part 4 is some Chinese students at a university or something had to translate something into English, and they picked JoJo. A bunch of Chinese college students trying to translate a Japanese manga into English.
Oh no.
The results were, who in the face are you? No, wait. Yeah, who in face are you? My, what a wonderful Dwang. Oh, there's so many choice ones from that fucking thing.
My, what a wonderful Dwang.
Because,
It's
okay,
absolutely
the name
beautiful.
of the town, part 4 is...
Yes.
No, because the name of the town in part 4 is Moriocho.
Hmm?
But they mistranslated it to Dwang somehow. And, yeah, it just sounds hilarious.
Instead of me...
Oh my god.
Instead of me... Like... Basically, instead of me laughing... I'm being completely racist. Oi. What the hell is wrong with me?
It's fine, R. Don't worry about it. It's
RTB
fine. The internet doesn't care about racism. They don't get PO'd about that at all. They're not hypersensitive about that stuff at all. They're fine. You can say whatever you want on the internet, and no one will yell at you. It's completely safe. I'm gonna try to look up some of the lines from Dwang right now. There's some fucking good ones in that fucking translation.
I'm sorry, but Dwang, every single time I hear it, I just hear euphemism. Euphemism, euphemism, euphemism.
I know, it does sound like that, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
boy.
part of the charm. That's part of why it's so fucking hilarious. Also,
boy.
forgive me if I've messed up any of the story of that, because it's been a while. I'm 90% sure that's how it went down, though. And I haven't read the Dwang translations. I read a retranslation of it that was actually pretty decent. Though they did keep a few of the choice lines in there, some of the more famous ones. It's just for, like, humor.
Oh my lord.
Like, as a joke, basically as an in-joke for JoJo fans who knew. Like, you'd fucking know. They didn't keep any of that in the anime, unfortunately. Which I get. And the translation I read was a fan translation, so there's that. Which, we got part 3 dubbed in English now, so we're probably going to get part 4, probably get the manga soon, if we haven't already. Probably next year we'll get part 5 of the anime.
Tastes like liar.
I can't believe you remember that one.
How
This is
can
the
I
Taste of
not?
a Liar. Oh my god. That's a part 5 one. That's the best one from part 5. As far as JoJo memes go in part 5, that one and It Just Works are the best ones. Because the fucking villain stand of that series, like, his power is so confusing and weird that fans go, it just works. Because you can't even begin to explain it.
I'm trying to act normal. I am not repeating what you just said.
Like, it gets...
I'm not repeating that.
I mean, there's some fucking stupid stands, okay? Like, there's some fucking broken ones. Probably the most broken one I can think of is Bohemian Rhapsody. You want to know what it does?
What?
Literally brings every fictional character to reality all over the world at once. That's all I know. I have no idea how the fuck they stopped that. Like, depending on who gets summoned through that shit, you could just blink and the world be dead. You could just blink and the universe is gone. Like, the potential for something like that is, like, limitless.
Okay. Just one character that's coming to mind right now. If it is possible, if Unicron happens to get summoned, we're all screwed.
Unicron?
And that is possibly just the tip of the iceberg.
Or that's an ice cube off the iceberg. I mean, there's some fucking broken ass shit.
Oh god.
Like, we're talking Lovecraftian horrors. We're talking comic book characters. We're talking every mythological god ever. I don't think it goes that far, but if you think of everything that fiction has made and how ridiculous that could get, like, dude, like, no, the world would just be done. Like, you just blink and nothing would exist, because you could summon like 50 different versions of the same god. You could summon,
oh lord,
fucking Azatoth, and then he'll wake up and blink and will be gone. Like, you can, no, like, it's just no. And like, it gets bad. I don't think it gets to that point, but it gets bad.
and why am I the only thing? Why is the only thing I'm thinking about right now is basically well, you guys could clearly tell where my mind is going to with this.
I'm actually gonna look up Bohemian Rhapsody. I want to know how this shit goes down. Though that's a really cool name for a stand. And I think it's probably the only stand named after a Queen song that isn't related to the villain of Part 4.
And yes, I
And
know.
he also has to be broken down.
Yeah, and yes, I know. I have one already, but that's where my mind went.
Oh, fucking waifus? Oh, hell yeah.
There you go. Like I said, although I already have one, that's
Oh,
my.
are you serious? That's how... Okay, you want to know how they beat it?
What?
Okay. One of them has to invent a hero whose power is to eliminate all other fantasy characters.
Oh wow.
And that cancels the stand. It cancels itself out. And the user falls into a coma. Like, he just gives up.
Wow.
They literally have to invent a character that beats everything.
Oh god.
This is why I love JoJo. Because you never know what kind of fucking weird ass crazy shit. Oh, by the way, spoilers.
What? What do you mean by spoilers?
Because I'm talking about a late Part 6 fight.
True. I just go say, I think this guy's losing his shit right about now.
Because it's fucking great. Again, like, they just touched the tip of the iceberg with this, because like I said, that one stand has like the most ridiculous potential, I think, of any.
If I had that stand,
Maybe the main villain, because the main villain literally speeds up time so much he resets the universe multiple times, and creates new parallel universes each time he does it, basically.
wow. If I had that stand, or basically any fictional character come to life, well, there'll be a lot of otakus and weeaboos pretty happy.
Pretty much. See, me, I wouldn't want that power, because I get pissed off. I get in a bad mood one day. There is no telling what kind of horrors I would unleash. I would become evil and someone would have to stop me. It would probably get epic. I mean,
And I can pretty much guess who it would be, and she has green hair. Come on. Come on, you try and tell me that... You try and tell me that wouldn't work. Exactly my point.
Let's just be honest. I'm just gonna go ahead and sum this all up. JoJo's fucking ridiculous and insane, and I love it. And we haven't even gotten into parts 7 and 8. Part 7, the cross-country horse race to find all the parts of Jesus Christ to give us superpowers.
Oh my lord.
I really want to read part 7 because it looks awesome and ridiculous. And so far, I think it's probably the most crazy one.
Shit.
Because here's the thing. You think Araki's going to calm down and the next part's going to be normal. But he always tops himself. He has yet to make an arc that is not crazier than the previous one. Because, like, you go all the way back to part 1, like, that's some tame, normal anime shit compared to what he gets to. And then part 2 starts getting pretty wacky, but still alright. Then you get to stands, and you're like, okay, this is getting weird. I think the real turn from 0 to 11 is part 4, because there is so many weird-ass stands in that one that the series just goes completely bonkers and never goes back.
So basically, the creator of JoJo, it starts off normal, and then at the progression of each part, it slowly gets crazier and crazier.
And some would argue more homosexual as well.
Jeez.
I mean, and that kind of adds up with the crazier too. Like, the fucked up thing is, like, with it getting more homosexual undertones showing up, part 4 is when he starts drawing more of the effeminate, like more like lithe and like effeminate guys. Like, it's near the mid part of part 4 that he switches his style up. Or like parts 1 to 3, it looks like fucking Fist of the North Star or some shit, where everyone looks like they can like snap you like a twig because everyone's super buff. And then it goes into like fucking Pretty Boys, and then part 5 goes hard into that. 6, I think they made the really character of the girl just so no one thought he was gay.
Oh, wow.
Like, probably, like, though she was cool though, like, honestly, Jolene was cool. Then you get to part 7, which is basically a bromance.
Oh god.
And then part 8. Just look up the protagonist of JoJo part 8. I really don't have to say anything.
BG2 Goblin? Holy shit! You got 500 things stuck on the front of that thing. Oh my god.
It's a pretty boy in a sailor outfit. Need I really even have to say anything?
Oh god, JoJo Sailor Scouts.
They also make the point. They also make the point in the first chapter to explain he has 4 balls for some reason.
Okay. God. JoJo Sailor Scouts. What the hell is next?
I don't know, cause I tried to read some shit about part 8, and there's like fucking rock people, and I don't even know, a stand that's basically a giant human GPS. I don't know. It gets weird.
The Carnell, dude, you're really showing that guy who's boss under. Come on, Killables, die already. I knew we would be defeated.
Probably. My favorite part that I've actually gotten along to reading, which is up to part 4, is part 4. It's It's really, I've read a good chunk of Part 5, but I was waiting for it to get translated, which I think it is now, so I might start on that soon. I don't know how this just turned into a fucking JoJo podcast, but okay, fuck it. I like this anime, I'm going to talk about it.
Because it probably has the start of you attempting to go.
Yeah, that, when we started before this talking about JoJo, so it just turned into the whole episode. 'Cause, again, weird, crazy shit, sometimes creepy shit, which JoJo really never goes into straight horror. Like, Part 1, like, has vampires and zombies and shit in the horror theme.
That's a missile.
And there is a scene of a woman who basically begs Dio to spare her child. Just to be a dick, he turns her into a zombie, and then she just eats the child's face off.
Oh wow, that's...
Because Dio's an asshole.
That's evil.
Yeah, Dio's a dick. Like, him and Kira are the best two villains I've seen so far. Cars is pretty cool.
I'm sorry, but how you said... But how you said that... what you said about Dio and how you said it is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's killing me right now.
If it sounded gay, there's probably a lot of people who'd go gay for Dio, let's be honest.
No, I mean, it just sounded hilarious.
And yeah, speaking of characters named after bands, I wonder who Dio was named.
Yeah, I wonder.
Like, that's another thing I like about JoJo, is so many music references. Like, they splice in a few movie and, like, other references, but Part 3, there is both a Chucky and Nightmare on Elm Street homage, basically.
Wow.
Where there's stands that basically have both of both of that gimmick. Where there's a stand that brings this evil demonic puppet to life, and then there's a stand that kills you in your dreams.
Oh wow.
Though that one's actually kind of weird because it's controlled by a baby, but the baby's a genius. When you think there's a normal concept, they find a way to make it weird and crazy.
Next thing you know, there'll be a stand that goes... You're freaking Jason coming out of nowhere.
See, I'm trying to think if that is a stand, because there's so many at this point. Like...
Really?
Though there is a scene that references The Shining, like they do the whole "Here's Johnny" bit.
Here's Johnny!
Fucking OS, oh my god, I hate him so much. He's the worst. And his stand is fucking creepy. Because it de-ages you. And like, to the point where he literally turns this like bystander into a fetus.
Wow.
It's creepy. It's creepy. That part was probably the most like unsettling part, just because of how fucking weird it got. Man, I'm trying to think of some more crazy ass stands, because there's some fucking.
So wait a minute. When you said that it turned a bystander into that, is that literally what you meant?
Yeah.
I can't wrap
You
my...
literally turned a woman into a fetus. I am not making this up.
I can't wrap my head around that.
It's JoJo, don't even try.
This
is what I'm looking series again,
I would guess... I would basically guess that the woman died after that.
No, because it was like late fetus, like they had time. I don't know how that worked, okay? Like, they had the rush to beat the guy, but they did beat the guy in time and everyone got back to the regular age. How they do it is hilarious, too, because JoJo, the main character, shows up.
Huh?
So he turns him into, like, a little 10-year-old kid. He kicks his ass anyway. Like, even as a 10-year-old, he still beats the bad guy's ass and wins. That's the best part of the whole fight.
Wow! Wow,
Like,
talk
without
about
his
weak!
stand, just being a, like, little kid, he fucking just lays him out. It's fucking amazing.
Wow, talk about weak! You're gonna get your ass kicked by 10-year-olds. Wow!
Yeah, because he was kind of, because that character kind of sucked anyway. Like, the only thing he had going for him was his stand.
Wow.
So I think the best, like, just ass kicking in those series is part 3. Where basically this one guy basically holds Joseph hostage, so like JoJo has to do whatever he says and follow him around. And like, he was pissed too. He's literally writing a list of everything down. And when they finally beat him, probably the most epic overkill, just barrage of punches you've ever seen. Like hundreds of punches, multiple auras, and then he punches the dude through a building, tosses the list and says, "Here's your receipt."
Wow!
And walks away like a badass.
Wow!
That part is so iconic. That's his win pose in All-Star Battle, the fighting game.
Huh?
That's his win pose, is he tosses the receipt. Because that's like such a well-known like scene from Part 3.
Wow!
I love it. Is there any other animes I want to talk about? Because there's some, I've been watching some good shit. Like, I could talk about JoJo all day, because there's so much, but there's... I've been watching My Hero Academia, that's still good. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rings. I'll go ahead and put a little bit of that in. Pretty good. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. It's pretty decent. Like, I didn't think it was going to be that good, but it's pretty good so far. Because maybe it's because I don't instantly hate the main character, like in Zexal, where I just give it 2 seconds, I'm like, I already hate this little shit.
Wow.
Maybe it's better later. Maybe it's better in the sub. I don't know. But in the dub version I watched, I hate it. Haven't seen RGB yet. I might watch that one because the concept of going into multiple realities and shit is pretty cool. And I might rewatch the card games and motorcycles. I'm not saying the actual name because I don't want you to fucking joke about it again like you always fucking do.
I won't say that. I won't joke about 5Ds.
Why did the fuck they have to name it that? They could have named it The 5 Dragons or something.
But,
Because that's what it is, it's 5 dragons, because, like, the whole crux of the story is the 5 signers who, like, have their 5, like, legendary dragon cards that fight the bad guys. Like, that's the whole thing. So it should be 5, it's 5 dragons. It can also be 5 duelists, because there's 5 duelists. Well, 6, kinda. Because they basically count the twins as 1, so... Because I think the 5th, like, real dragon is a combo of both of their individual littler dragons. Because one's got, like, a fairy one, and the other one's got one, like, a power tool dragon or something. They use machines and stuff. I think that he was the one who used those Transformer ones, the Morphtronics. I think he's the one who used those, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. I think he was the one who used those, though.
But no, I'm not going to mention anything about 5Ds.
Yeah, but that was a good one. I really enjoyed. I've watched it all the way up until the Dark Siders arc,
But
which I've heard afterwards it kind of goes off the rails. Go ahead and finish your thoughts, and I'm going to tell you a story I heard about 5D. It's kind of fucking crazy.
it's time to There. Now, I said I wasn't going to mention anything about 5Ds, and I did mention anything about 5Ds.
It's fine, because that's an original Yu-Gi-Oh! Man.
Yeah, it's time to
But okay.
Oh, I can't do that with a straight face.
So, 5Ds. After Dark Siders arc, which is basically season 2, the show goes through a lot of changes. There was a couple organizations that were very cult-like in the beginning that had to be toned down. And a lot of characters who had to be changed around and switched around because one of the voice actresses was straight up in a fucking cult.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the voice actresses wound up being in a cult. And they had to replace her and sidetrack several fucking plot lines to keep the anime going after that. Wow. They had to let her go, and so they had to change all the shit, because there was like fucking like 2 organizations that were basically cults, and they're like, okay, can't have that with all this drama going on.
No.
And the character that the actress was actually a love interest in one of the main characters, so they had to fucking basically just ignore that whole plot for the rest of the series. So yeah, the series kind of goes off the rails after that because, yeah. I remember I heard about that. I watched the video about like the things, missed opportunities in 5Ds. Almost everything on the list was because of that. Oh wow. Because of the whole cult shit.
Oh my god.
And they had to they had to basically rewrite a ton of shit to get around that after that. It's still a good show, and I still want to watch the whole thing. I just thought that was fucking crazy. I want to watch GX too, because like I've seen some shit about later GX where it just goes completely far away from where it began. Like, it starts off like is like the most chill, laid back, like, yo bro, let's just duel series. Like there's some like brainwashing shit and like one character dies. But it's not really that dark for the first like season 1 or 2, right? Then the main character turns evil. Several characters die. I think they come back, but they still fucking die. He winds up fucking basically befriending this crazy demon lady who becomes one of his sidekicks for the rest of the show. Like, it just goes completely fucking crazy. I want to know what the deal is. Because this Yu Bell chick looks fucking awesome. But why the hell did Jaden suddenly turn into an evil king in another dimension? Like, what? I thought this was just about hanging out at a dueling school and talking about which Yu-Gi-Oh cards we want to date. Again, real episode. Like, what the fuck happened?
Okay, okay. Before we start getting into our debate about us screwing cards,
everyone wanted Dark Magician Girl. Let's just get that out there. Every kid had a crush on her. Every kid who watched that show had a crush on Dark Magician Girl. Let's just be honest.
So guys, that's gonna have to do it for this time. So cross out the like button if you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.
I think there's Neko cards, by the way. I'm just saying,
Ooh. Later, guys.
then there's the fucking fairy tales. They said, fuck it, let's just make furry lolis.
Oh god, I don't even want to know in that regard.